Listeners who didn't wish to hear about such things should turn off their radios.
Level up, level up, level up. Welcome back. Episode 2, y'all. I am your host, JX Phantom, and welcome to Talk 1000 Podcast. The new mental evolution is the new revolution. You need to keep your circle small. I mean, small as fuck. That's like an emergency PSA right now for me in this podcast to you. It is very dangerous. Let me tell y'all something, man. Post-COVID, and I'm gonna repeat this because I tell a lot of people this. Post-COVID, people out here done lost their fucking mind. And you hear it all the time, like a lot of shit that was going on before COVID, it was not as fucked up as now. And a lot of people don't realize it. A lot of people right now, post-COVID, don't realize how fucked up in the mind they really are. And the reason why I say this is because, again, in my last episode, I clearly stated this. When COVID started and everyone was in their homes and the streets were about as empty as my stomach back when I was on the streets in 2018, people were in their homes all the time, and a lot of people can't handle that. They can't handle having to step out of their daily lives and social interactions to have to deal with being alone, especially those who were single and didn't have children, didn't have parents. Me, I was homeless when it happened. I was already alone for many, many years prior to. So when COVID happened, there was no problem for me. It was quiet. It was actually more peaceful. I didn't have cops bothering me about where I slept or nothing. Nobody cared. They were too afraid to get sick. But people being in their homes, these commercials came up. It's okay to not be okay. You know, if it basically they were saying, in the news, if you've been in the house for a long time, you've been alone and this and that, it's okay. And shit was going down before COVID. You already knew not to trust most people, even in your own circle back then. But now, I'm telling you, and I really believe that a lot of this has to do with the economy, the way things are now. Like where you can literally look at this picture. This right here. This is $100 worth of food. It's $100 worth of food right here. I'm telling y'all right now, early 2000s, maybe even the 90s, like late 90s, mid 90s, before that. That right there, that would have been about $20. That'd been about half what you're being charged now. Cigarettes, all of that, half. There used to be a thing called penny candy, where you get the little worms and the little gummy candies for like 1 penny each. You go to a little mom and pop spot. That candy is still there, but now it costs about 25 cents each. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Last I remember, at least in like 93, 94, 95, that shit was like 50 cents. Nowadays, that shit is like $2, and that's almost $2. That's not even for the king size. King size was $1 in like 93, 94. So, but shit was already fucked up. The economy was already just going crazy on us. But post-COVID, when a lot of shipment, a lot of cargo couldn't be made, got lost in shipments just missing or whatnot. Prices went up on everything, and that created a lot of businesses went down. A lot of stores went down, closed out, big stores too. And this caused mass panic all over the world. So yeah, now you're sitting in your house with no job, no money, You can't do shit, you can't make shit, you barely eating shit. And so now you're starting to just kind of lose it because it's like I'm hungry, I'm alone. See, again, I was homeless. I was already so in my mind at the time. I was like, okay, good, glad. The world needs this for a second. They need to know what it's like. They need to know what to understand what's really precious in life. They need to know what's precious in life because it ain't your material possessions. So try to live without that shit for a day. Try to live without having to have, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it was like, all right, now they getting a little taste of what happens when you have to go back to square zero. A lot of people don't know my story. Long story short, you know, my life ruining started with lies. I'm in a situation even now where it's continuing with lies. People lie, and again, like I said, you know, in my last episode, white lies destroy lies. But look, post-COVID, with the economy blowing up on everybody and dropping on the system, you know, people, you know, kind of still mentally scarred from what happened. People who still lost their jobs, still struggling right now. It's hard to find a bike. I used to go to summer, you know, those garage sales in the summer. You always see a bike or two. I didn't see a single garage sale with a bike. People lost cars. People lost their insurance. You know, people lost shit. Motherfuckers is riding bikes to work Uber Eats and shit. They ain't giving you shit. They need that bike now. I used to find bikes, and even when I was homeless, I could find it. I wouldn't steal it, but people would ditch bikes all the time. It was just ditch a bike. And a lot of times a bike, there was nothing wrong with it. Or maybe the chain was a little clinky or something. Other than that, you get around. You don't see none of that no more. You know, chicken wings, you know, that people complain about the price for wings. Chicken wings at some chicken restaurant. Because wings used to be, you know, $6 piece, be about $10. You'd be in charge damn near $20 for that shit. Like $17, $18. You know, that was $100 worth of food. I don't even like Takis. Y'all saw that box? I think that box is about damn near $50 alone. I go into any store, I buy 4 items, I done already wound up spending damn near $20, $30. So people are real greedy right now, real kind of reserved and keep it to themselves and taking whatever they can and pushing everybody back. That's what it is right now, y'all. That's what it is. So we knew back in the day, you just don't trust everybody in your circle. But nowadays, and we see it especially in Hollywood when it comes to the rappers, your own people in your own circle will kill you for this money right now. They will kill you for that money. Because at the end of the day, a goddamn box of Takis is fucking $50, $60. Motherfuckers out here trying to make $10 and can't even make 10 cents. People who used to have thousands wiped out. People whose parents used to have thousands and thousands wiped out. So 9 times out of 10, the dude standing right next to you ain't got no money. He used to. It's a reason why he been real slim with hooking you up with anything and helping you out. He don't got the money like that because his OGs ain't got the money like that no more. He ain't gonna tell you that. He gotta keep that status up. He got a little money in his pocket, but a lot of times he ain't gonna tell you where he worked. A lot of times he ain't gonna show you the clothes that he got with all the paint all over it. But he gotta maintain that status, so the little money he do get to spend, he gonna spend it like his OG still giving him a bunch of money to keep up with that car and everything else. Man, let me tell you something, y'all. Them same motherfuckers, the second they see you come up, no matter of fact, you don't even got to come up. Let them find out you trying to come up. That's how hateful people are being these days. That's how jealous people get nowadays. Let them even hear that you trying to come up. See what happens. Everybody, and I'm especially to the youth, when the youth are listening to this, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, keep this in mind in your future. For you might sneer at me, you might say, look, 80% of the motherfuckers you got standing next to you right now, you hanging out at that pizza restaurant or at that Burger King or that KFC or McDonald's or that Taco Bell, 80% of them motherfuckers you be hanging out with ain't your motherfucking friends, man. Realistic, any OG right now tell you that. I don't care who you are. 80% of the people you hanging around out with right now, not your friends. If you in high school right now, hell no. 80% of them. That's why you can't get mad at what people think. You gotta cut certain motherfuckers, you gotta cut them off early, man. You gotta cut motherfuckers off early, bro. It's best to cut them off early so that you don't get hurt in the future. And I'm saying that because you teens, right now, you the number one status for being prone to suicide. So I'm saying all of this because I don't want to see more of y'all just killing yourselves out here when you ain't had the chance to really learn what's really going on. These people ain't like this because of you. Shit done got way sicker than it used to be. Some of these kids, man, you know, they look up to me. You know, I do the music and all of that. I'm a little inspirational to people. I done heard stories, man. Shit I ain't never seen in the 90s. You got these kids bashing motherfucking heads into cars, windows. You can kill a motherfucker real quick. These motherfuckers, these kids out here, a lot of these kids, they don't care if you live or die. And a lot of the reason behind that is because of what the shit they going through personally. They going through shit at home. They going through some other shit. A lot of times, like they parents don't care about them or some shit. They going through it. It's something personal on the inside, a lot of these people. And so when you look at a lot of people treating the nice guy, so to speak, I'll call him the nice guy. You know, the one that see everything in kind of a certain harmony. You know, you get along with him, he get along with you. You know what I'm saying? No harm done. These are the type of people that the miserable motherfucker wants to shut down all the time. And trust me when I tell you, and it might not feel true right this minute, but a lot of the times the motherfucker that want to shut you down is the same motherfucker you sitting there eating your fucking burger with right this minute. And I'm not saying look at him right this minute and be like, yo, I got to cut you off. Because the only way to find out is to find out, but be cautious. But again, let you even be thinking about coming up. Let a motherfucker know you got the potential to come up. And that person ain't got shit. And he ain't got a talent in the world to do for himself. He don't got the skills or the skill set to do what you can do. But he knows you got the potential. Let him find out. And you'll be amazed how evil people who seem like the nicest people can be. I'm talking people who might have done the nicest things for you in your history. They might have hooked you up, you know, with a couple grand or something one day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the nicest shit. But let them find out. Let them get to a point where they find out that there's going to come a time soon where you don't have to depend on them anymore. And that's my point. My first point is that there are some people who want to manipulate you out of your confidence and your potential because they want you to depend on them. They want to play Big Brother. That's rule number one, is be cautious of the Big Brother. Rule number one, and the reason why you should always keep your circle small, is beware of the Big Brother. You really gotta scope the people out that you might be trying to get to know or hang out with for a while. You can't just say somebody's your friend even after a couple of months. These are acquaintances. These are people you might hang out with. See, but your real friends are gonna be the ones when it's danger, they bust through that motherfucking door or whatever they can to help protect you. Those are real friends. These little homies you hanging out with right now, they just little homies, man. You just hanging out. They your little clique, your little crew. But only one or two of that clique is your real friends. And the only way you'll ever be able to determine that is when you have been in danger, or when you have been in a situation of having less and someone in your circle helped you achieve more. And matter of fact, let me retract that, because there's a lot of people that do that and then one day turn on you. It's extremely hard to trust a lot of people. So the only people you can truly trust are the ones that are gonna help you do for you. For instance, if you, like me, I do music, I do certain things, I do film. I need people who believe in me enough to be a part of that. I need actors. I need a light man. You know, I need somebody for lighting. I need somebody who can help do, you know, keying for the shit if I can't. I can do my own film editing. I can do a lot of stuff, special effects. But if there comes a time I can't do the special effects, I'm working on something else, I'm gonna need somebody to be a stand-in for that. I need participation. People who are willing to take initiative, not just when I call on them. Somebody gotta wait for you to call on them to do something instead of them hitting you up and being like, yo, what's going on with that, man? I'm down. Them people ain't for you like that. The truth is, they're doing it with you because they're in it for themselves in the long run. And the second those type of people realize that they may or may not be the forefront of the situation that you built, of the business or whatever that you built, they're gonna walk. There are people who are going to literally drill holes in your boat rather than help row with you. Because they don't want you to be the leader of the boat. They don't want you to be the captain. So even though it's your boat and you earn that, they're gonna drill holes in that boat, make sure you sink right behind your back. The second you turn your back, you're gonna do everything from, you know, if you're working like, let's say you say, hey, help me build a website, they'll fuck your website up. Say, hey, it was an accident, my bad. Do something embarrassing. Anywhere from that to go down to a smear campaign. Me personally, that's all it took for me to lose a lot of fans, a lot of friends, a lot of respect. A simple smear campaign. Motherfuckers out here will destroy your whole life and not blink an eye about how bad it can damage you. You gotta keep your circle small, y'all. I'm serious. It's situations where people get so bad, put your whole life in danger. I know. Again, experience. I know. Again, in my last episode, I had motherfuckers, you know, put my family in danger. Had people banging on my OG's door. For no reason. Did somebody else's lie, but it was a lie they told that was so horrible that made people get up and think they was possibly doing the world a favor. That's all it takes. Them kind of smear campaigns, man, I'm gonna tell you, like I said before, man, them motherfuckers are so good at telling these stories about you today. They crazy. They gonna try to stop you from doing it because you a threat. You a threat. You a threat to everything that they believe about. You can't do this. You can't make it in this industry. You can't make it. And it's true that it's damn near impossible to make it in the industry, but it doesn't mean that you can't be successful in what you do and your passion, but they don't even believe you can get that far. So the second they see that you beat in the eyes, they're like, damn, I can't let this motherfucker stand me up. A lot of times they didn't already told people behind your back, yo, this motherfucker think he finna do it. He think he finna be the one, none of us did it. He think he finna do it. They laughing behind your back. One person laugh behind your back, tell somebody else in their ear that you crazy, you can't do it. Now 2 people laughing behind your back. 2 people tell this other person, 3 people are laughing behind your back, and it goes on and on and on. And now we got the internet to make those kind of childish acts more sophisticated. Because it don't matter what age you are, you go through that same shit as an adult. It really fucks people up in their mind. They feel a certain way when other people see your potential and want to show you love for that potential and show you support for that potential. So in order to cancel that support, they'll go out of their way to do things like smear campaigning is one of the biggest things they do. It's so easy for one person to say one thing and get 100 people to believe it. Because most people in society, when somebody come at them with some crazy ass information, they go out of their way to believe it because them people came to them first. That's the oldest trick in the book. It's like when a teacher, when you was bad in school and somebody see you did something you wasn't supposed to do, and they get up and go, ooh, I'm telling the teacher, but then you race up and go tell the teacher something first about that person, just so they can get in trouble first. It's the same shit in life. They ain't trying to get to a motherfucker before the truth do. Then when the truth hit a motherfucker and shit, that shit sound funny as fuck. That's how far these people go. These people are good actors now. See, post-COVID, before COVID, it wasn't that deep. It wasn't that deep. People would not sit down and invest so much time in plotting and planning to create a story and do things like what they do just to destroy everything you're standing on, your foundation. And this happens to the one who wants to become successful and wants to do it the right way and does it with good intent because he is the good guy in a society that doesn't believe that the good guy exists. And when you're the good guy, a lot of people are going to want to challenge that. They want to challenge the good guy. They don't understand you or your nature. In fact, to them, you might have a motive. There's some other reason why you're doing what you're doing. You're too nice. The other half just wants to take advantage of you, take you for granted. They know you a nice person. They know the rumors ain't true. They know. But the same people will take advantage because they know that you need somebody. They need somebody's hand. They know that a person without guidance is lost. So they're gonna mold you like a little kitten growing up to be a cat. Narcissistic. These are narcissistic people. You gotta understand. People in society are narcissistic. And like I say, man, for a lot of you youth people, 80% of them ain't your friends. Once you get older, you start meeting new people, man. I'm telling you. Stay leery. The second you spot anything fake, the second you spot these people are switching the sides from one side to the other and teeter-tottering with you and somebody else, a little tiny speck of fake something, you need to out that motherfucker. Cut that motherfucker off like hair in a barbershop, man. Cut him off. Quick. You're gonna find yourself in pain, man. More pain. Like these dudes that they know their girl cheating on them, but they keep giving them chance and keep getting it. Then when they finally physically see the truth, they more hurt. The second you spotted something unreal, the second you spotted a weird text, you should have been new. You should have been spying. You should have not spying, but you should have been checking up. You should have been cut her off. I don't take chances. I'm cutting you off. You know. And they're gonna hurt. People are gonna hurt you because you're a threat. You are a threat. They don't want you to be the one to be the magical inspiration of the people. They don't want you to be that big. Okay, you're doing good. That's cool. You got a job. You got a little 9 to 5. You're making a little more money than them. That's cool. But don't go. The second you go out and do something big, the second you try to go out and do something 10 times bigger than them or anybody else in your circle, that is a time for you to sit back and watch the switch ups. Watch how everybody around you changes or stays the same. Because the ones that change for the worse, or you start seeing a little bit of switch, those are the ones that are gonna destroy you. Those are the ones that don't want to see anything about you become bigger than them. They don't want you to have all the women. They don't want you to have all the money. They don't want you to have all the respect, man. They don't want you to Tony Montana that game. They don't want you to really soldier up in a way that most people think is not possible. They don't want you to achieve the American dream and achieve the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Because the second you do, and a lot of times it could be anybody else but you, but not you. They already placed their bets against you long ago. They done whispered in people's ears that they bet against you. So if you come up, that shuts them down. And it's a chain. It's gonna be a chain reaction. Because by that time, so many people have placed bets about you. They don't want to be put in a position to have to respect you, because it's the same to them as kneeling before somebody. They don't want that. It's shameful. It's you. Some people don't even want to click the like button on something amazing you're doing because it's you. And it'll be your own friend. I get it all the time. People who constantly will say they're my friends. They don't put a like on none of my shit. They don't even bring it up. But let me go and bring it up to them. Hey, how come you ain't putting likes on my shit? How come you ain't doing this and that? Why you putting likes on that person's shit? That shit's lame. I'm putting in some serious work in what I'm doing. And watch what they do. They're gonna get defensive. They're gonna straight lie. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna lash out. Because they don't want to actually answer the question, because they know that at some point they can't keep lying to you about the shit. So they'd rather just put you in a position of shaming you or making you feel small in unimaginable ways and turning their guilt back on you, instead of just taking simple responsibility and just supporting what you're doing. A lot of these friends of yours always want you to support what they doing. A lot of people are good at manipulating other people into supporting them when you're just naturally like, hey, I got the skills, I got the talent, let's work, support me, man. And when I come back, I'll support you. But there are people who are good at manipulating the minds of other people, and they become successful at what they're doing as such. But those same people will see the man, the nice guy who's just trying to do it genuinely, and say that person's naive. You know, like I had to step over some necks, but that person is naive. So those people will carry you under their wing and they'll manipulate you. And you're just another person who they have manipulated to help their business grow. So anytime you come at them like, hey, this is foul, why are you doing this to me, or this is not fair, I'm not getting my fair cut, or whatever the situation may be, they immediately will have a right to counteract everything. In their mind have this right. And one of the counter arguments is always usually like, hey, well, you know, look at my success. Like, I'm not supporting you because I don't believe in what you're doing is going to be successful. You don't even have supporters for what you do. And yeah, what you do is good, but where's your supporters? I don't think it's gonna make any money like I made money, because what I do is more realistic and it's more successful as a result, because it's something people need. Let me tell y'all something, man. There are a lot of high demand jobs that you can create in the world that most people will tell you it's hard to even get into the business, especially when you don't have supporters. Especially when you come to like shit like, say, acting and music. Music especially, most successful musicians will tell you the same story. When they gained their fan base and how it built, it started with the people in their friend circles. It started with the family members. It started with that combined. That's how they grew. That's how more people came, because it's the image that counts. So that person, you as a musician, think about it like this. That person who's making all of those excuses why they can't put the like on the new music, why they can't put the like on a new video, why they can't publicly support what you're doing, but they can go in the message box and say, hey, great work, but don't want to do that publicly, or don't come to the show, or don't, you know what I'm saying? And you're standing there telling yourself, hey, that person's your friend. but you're still standing there unsuccessful in what you're trying to do. Because all of those people who say that they support what you're doing don't actively support what you're doing. There's a difference between supporting and actively supporting. And they actually go hand in hand. So if they're not actively supporting you, then they are not supporting your business. And a lot of you are going to go through the same thing when you're doing something big. It's jealousy. That motherfucker might have more money than you. That motherfucker might have 17 hoes. He might have the 17 cars. He'll still hate on you. He'll still make sure that you are never getting to where you're headed because you are a threat to everything that he believed in that made him successful. Because he knows, or may not even know, he may be just a manipulative punk. But the truth being told, that a lot of people know that image is everything. So they know that if it looks good, people will support it. And that people will only support something when it's popular to support it. You hear what I'm saying? It's not a word puzzle. Think about what I'm saying. When I say this one more, I'm gonna say this again. People like to support what you're doing only when it's popular to support it. So this is why those successful artists gained the fan base they did, because they had friendships, they had people who were already in their circle supporting them actively. And to the outsiders looking in, that is image. That looks like somebody who is establishing his work. So hey, there's a reason why there's 10, 11 people watching this guy. There's a reason why 20, 30 people are watching this guy. Now there's a reason why 50, 60 people are watching this guy, and it grows. Because people get curious. When I'm doing, when I'm with my boy and we're doing our business selling agua frescas and tacos, we learned that the reason we get lines the way that we do is because there was already 5 or 6 people, even 3 people standing there. Because a lot of times we've noticed that when we don't have lines, we won't have lines for a while, but all it takes is one person, and then the next thing you know, we got 20 people in line. And we've had customers say, yeah, I guess when they see a couple of people in line, people just come because they go, that looks good, people are standing there. It's image. This is marketing 101, guys. This is marketing 101. If you can sell the image, you will sell the product. Marketing 101. So you think those people standing there giving you every single excuse they can not to push the like on that shit, not to support your shit, not to tell people what you're doing, not to spread the word, not to show other people besides themselves the music video or the latest film that you're doing. You think those people who are not coming to your shows, are not paying for the tickets and asking you for a free hookup to the show and sitting in the background and not, you think they really support you? Do you think they support you? Stop being so goddamn apologetic to people. A lot of y'all are supporting people who are already successful and see that you're struggling to get support for your business and won't do anything to help you establish your business. When you're the one that needs the help. You help them do it, but they won't help you. And they will give you every single excuse they can to make you feel bad for the fact that you see through the game. So what do they expect you to do? Continue to keep supporting their business while they sit there and keep silent about what you are doing? What you're doing is amazing. Y'all got some amazing talents out there, man. I done seen it with a lot of people. I experienced the same shit myself. Y'all got amazing fucking potential. These motherfuckers, it ain't that you got no potential. People are jealous. It doesn't matter how established they are over you and they're sitting there laughing at you. Their downfall will come. Everybody, the rise always comes with a fall. But depending on who they were towards other people depends on whether that fall is light or hard. Because the same person they shut down, let's say that same person does become successful, does eventually find the person that will support their talent, will support their hard work and efforts in what they're doing, and they do actually grow. Well, then what happens to the person that was once looking at him when he was with the other guy, when he was unsuccessful, clowning him? What happens when his business falls, or when he becomes, or when somebody else makes his business fall, or when something slips through the cracks that person didn't see? He will never be able to go to that guy for help now because you clowned him. You clowned him. When he was little, you clowned him. You see? People, karma does not play favorites. That's why they say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. This is the test of life. That Psalm Bible by I think Jizza. I think it was Jizza, or maybe featuring Jizza. I forgot who it was. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. You know, life is some tests in the quest, the universe, or something like that. I can't remember. It was so long ago when I heard that. But it was one of my all-time class favorites back then. Because he's telling the truth. You are living a test. The shit you put out is coming back to you, no matter what time, no matter what day. I don't care if it's 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 years. Your day of reckoning comes too. That's why I always try to support people, but I will only go so far. It's a you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I got people I know starting businesses where it's like even I could help them. Even I could, draw them logos or whatever. And every time I look at them motherfucking, and I'm sure it's happening to a lot of y'all too, they like, nah, I'm good. They'll go do it with somebody else or get somebody else to do it. It's like, what? People are nuts, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, people are great actors, bro. See, if I say something, I go out of my way to live by that. But see, you the same motherfucker, you live by what you say, people see that, they take advantage of that shit. That's why they say, a loyal motherfucker will always look crazy to a shady motherfucker. Because what they're saying is actually true. Society is living in an age where they reward the bad or fake people. And the good people who are doing this for a genuine reason get overlooked. Again, you're living in a society where it doesn't even pay off to be the nice guy anymore. I'm living that from experience. People look at me, oh, I'm scared of that guy. They look at me, oh, I'm scared of him, blah, 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 blah. You got a right to be. I can't be nice no more. I can't be the good guy no more. I lost too much being the good guy. I can't trust you. I don't give a fuck if you gave me $5 million. I can't trust you. Because I done seen people do a lot of shit for me and turn around and put me in a situation where I'm still struggling. Not put me in a situation, but, they look at me in silence knowing I'm trying my best to do something to establish my own business like I helped them establish theirs. And they have not gone out of their way to bust actively the same way I had to bust my ass for them. And I'm talking a few people. I have done this with so many people in time where it's like, I'm helping you. Why are you not scratching my back? And every time I confront these people on some real shit, on some grown ass shit, the same thing. They lash out at you. They got an excuse for it. They want to make you feel bad. Instead of just giving you a reason for why they're not supporting you, yet you're constantly going out of your way to support them. You never will get a straight answer. You will get guilt. You will get guilt trips. You will get lies. You will get confrontations. And it just leads to emotional bullshit. Because it hurts. It hurts to put so much faith and loyalty and trust in somebody and then come at the end of the next 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years, you realize this person never had that same respect or trust or value of you for you. Then you get the ones that they only got that value for you when they know that one day it's gonna be convenient for them. Be careful, or listen, be careful of people who will do you dirty in the background in your circle when other people in your circle don't see it. And when you tell other people in your circle, hey, buddy did me dirty, then turn around, be careful of two things actually. Be careful of people who do you dirty. And when you confront them or talk to them about it in front of other people, they make you feel guilty. And they give you that kind of whole, I did this for you, I did that for you back in the day, I used to do this for you, I used to do that for you. Because a lot of people will hear that shit and that sob story. And these people may have done the best for you in time. But you got a lot of people who are, you got leaders or you got followers, there's no in between. But a lot of people today, I say about 70% of society is followers. So a lot of people will listen to someone who gets on that narcissistic level of, man, I did this, man, I did that, man, how could you say that about me, man? And these people, man, literally did something to you that made you feel like you should kill yourself. They don't even, they know how much they hurt you. Half the time they know how much they hurt you. But your feelings are small potatoes to these type of people. I had situations like that personally. I had situations, it's people out there don't know I almost killed myself one night because of some shit they said or did. It happens. This is why I do not respect liars. Lies ruined my life in the beginning. I done had people destroy my life now. So this is why I stand for people, man, with passion. Glory be to God, man. The narcissistic devil is out here, man. I ain't no religious motherfucker either, man. I'm realistic. But I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I'm no atheist. I'm just spiritual. I believe in a Lord and Savior. I believe in a creator. But because of that, I believe in the true, powerful essence of what is right and what is wrong. I don't need the 10 Commandments to tell me what's right or wrong. I know my imperfections. I accept my darker self. You are weak. People are weak when they don't accept these narcissistic people trying to take advantage of you, making you feel like this and that and the other thing. Trust me when I tell you, they are weak. I don't care how much money they got. It's not about what they got. It's not that their materials are not what I'm talking about. They are weak. They might have all the money in the world. People look at money as power. People think money is power. A lot of people got money, but they're weak. There are people out there with money right now that are broken apart and broke down and shut off for way less than what I went through out here. They would have broken completely apart. They would have never been able to stand in the test of time the ways that I have. They would have never been able to deal with a Christmas or a Thanksgiving in the cold with tears frozen to their cheeks, watching cars go by, knowing these cars are going to see their families. Got people talking shit about you on Facebook for no reason. I'm glad my family's gonna go see me. I'm gonna open gifts and talking shit about you. All at the same time as you starving and you just want to eat something. You don't give a fuck if it's peanut butter in a fucking can for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Or in a jar, you know? A lot of these people, they ain't never been through that. They ain't never had a near-death experience either. A lot of people, and then a lot of these narcissistic guys have had near-death experiences. Don't learn. Don't learn. Because, hey, that was a coincidence. It was a freaky occurrence, right? What were the odds? Man, I can't express, words can't express enough. I believe in the Lord and Savior, and I believe the Lord and Savior, AKA, is karma. I don't care if it's 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. Karma happens, man. A lot of people out here done did things to people in their own circle and are going to experience the worst types of deaths that God could ever bestow upon them in the future. those people are going to go through the worst, most painful, horrendous deaths. Those people are going to suffer the kind of slow death where they're going to be on a deathbed thinking about everything they did to these people, myself included. I'm one of you. And I'm not gonna go off into that whole thing about, hey, I'm the little man too, and I'm speaking on the mic. No, I'm one of you, man. Or I wouldn't know this shit firsthand. I don't believe in therapists. I believe that it takes going through something to know how to heal someone who is going through the same situation. If that person ain't gone through the same situation as you, they can't tell you shit. And with a therapist, you paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars. No, I'm telling y'all, you can't trust these people, man. Don't let shit slide. These motherfuckers know what they doing. They know what they're doing. They are not idiots. They are not crazy people. They are not in mental homes. They don't come from mental homes. Okay? They're not morons. They're not monkeys. They know exactly what they're doing. Stop apologizing, man. These people can't stand you just off the simple fact, the kind of threat. You are a threat that they fear. And they'll laugh it off, and they'll fight those words and say, ha, 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 I don't fear anything. A lot of these people, you know, they got more than you or whatever. I don't fear a thing. They fear. They fear. They know if you keep going, if you keep trying, if you keep striving, at some point, something's gonna hit. They know it. All the greats have said it themselves. All the greats. I did this for years and years and years and years, almost gave up. But I kept going, kept going, kept going. I hit. All of them. That's the one thing I can vouch for with successors, man, is that you don't give up. You cannot quit. I'm close. I'm so close now. I'm glad. I'm figuring a lot of shit out, finally. I invested a lot of time in figuring things out. I'm this close now. I'm glad. I ain't letting nothing stop me no more. I ain't letting nobody stop me no more. You know, I had people I thought out there were really supporting me. Those people disappeared one by one by one by one by one. Turned on me completely. Silently, where I didn't even know what for. One day I woke up, there was complete silence around me. My circle was damn near gone. When you got too many people, you can't see the angles, man. Too many people in your circle, you don't see who's plotting the angles in that circle no more. You got to keep a scope on these motherfuckers in your circle when you are trying to do something huge. Because those people in your circle, a lot of those narcissistic or jealous people, they don't know that you have a good heart. They don't know that what you're doing is going to help them, because when you get successful, they're going to become successful. You're trying to start a business that will help them. For those of you who are trying to start a business, people don't know that there is a reason you are trying to start a business, because a business doesn't require just one. You want to be able to have the funds to come back to the people who supported you within your circle in that business and say thank you. But people out here are not thinking like that. When they see somebody like you doing something as amazing and talented as you, they're looking at it as, yeah, this person's doing, well, it's hitting the right. I work hard. He's just trying to come up. He just wants to make a bunch of money off of us. I don't want to pay for his music. I don't want to pay for his film. I'm not going to support it. It's bullshit. He's lazy. Go get a job. Maybe you got a job. Maybe you got a day job, but that's not going to stop you from trying to achieve your passion and striving in your passion. I know a lot of people see me doing what I do, and they hate on it because it's not a 9 to 5. Well, I got a business that's not a 9 to 5 and still make money off of it, so I have the free time. They don't know that. They don't see that, because that's not the kind of life they've been taught. That's not the kind of world that they've been taught can be designed for them. So So they gonna hate you. You a threat. You don't even have to be successful at what you do. Just to, like I say, they can be more successful than you, hate you anyway, and to try to destroy. Just the fact that you are, the fact of who you are alone, your energy alone is enough for these people to be jealous enough to make certain actively that you don't get to where you're headed. And then out of fear, just strictly out of fear, man. Out of fear. And it's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not even fair to them because you was trying to do for you so that you could do for them. Let me make this money real quick. I'm gonna turn some of this percentage down to you. Let's go make this money together. You make enough money off of me, you start your business. Hire those people, let them make money off of you, let them start their business. Expand, expand, expand. Business. They don't see your vision, man. They just greedy, bro. Because in their mind, they was wanting to start a business. It'd be all about them making the money. That's why a lot of people ain't gonna be able to trust you any more than they can trust themselves. They can't trust you as far as they can throw themselves, which is just a jump. They can't trust you any further than they can jump. You see? And it ain't far. So they're not gonna, what makes you think, and then you just stunting on them in their eyes. You doing all this stuff in their mind, you just stunt on them. Hey, look what I got, look what I can do. Why would people who already feel inadequate just off the strength, you got that talent and that skill set and that mind state and that drive to begin with, want to support you? Because they're not your friends, man. They're not your friends. All these successful people started off with their friends and their families being supportive, and the image made them gain more fans. If I had 150 friends, real friends, 150 people would be putting likes on my shit every time it was posted. If I had 2 friends, 2 people are putting likes on that shit every time. They're not even just looking for this shit through the timeline. They're actually looking at my profile. When was the last time any of y'all went out of y'all way to do that one thing that takes so much extra work to do and just click on the person's profile page and see what they up to? Just type their name in the search bar. When was the last time you, non-celebrity, just your boy, just trying to work on something to become the next big thing? When was the last time you actually clicked on his profile page or searched his profile? What's my boy up to today? In the beginning of Facebook, MySpace, and all of that shit, that's what was done. That's how we did it. Motherfuckers took this shit for granted. It's lazy now. First of all. But it's the same way that you can see who's really your friends. Because that's called being active. Active is the opposite of lazy, man. Common sense. If they lazing on your shit and not supporting it, they're not supporting. I don't give a fuck what they say. Actions speak louder than words, people. A lot of y'all forget these things. These are like old school forms of morality that we've all been living by or supposed to live by for many, many, many generations. Actions speak louder than words, y'all. Let them tell you they got love for you all they want. Let them say they support your music and they love what you do and that you got skill. Let them say that shit all they want. Let them say they support you. At the end of the day, when you hit your SoundCloud or your YouTube or your Facebook or your Instagram or your Snapchat and you don't, or your TikTok, and you don't see them putting them likes up there first before anybody. Actions speak louder than words. Bottom line. People will support you when it's already popular too. If you go online and you see that your friends are online, your quote unquote friends are online, and you post up, hey, I just came out with this new song, hey, this new video, hey, this new, and it's a blank space, and you go on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours later, a full work day, and you still didn't see no likes? You know why you didn't see them likes? Because the first 5 quote-unquote friends that saw that shit while it was online weren't the first ones to put likes up. And everybody knows that Facebook algorithm requires that you get a minimum of 3 likes to keep your shit in the timeline within the hour. I think it's 3 to 5. Otherwise, they drop you way down the timeline, and of course you're not getting any likes then, because people don't scroll that far. So then you come back and you see nobody's even seen your shit. 5 people saw your shit. You had 100-something people on your Facebook or whatever. That's what happens. Them people don't support you. A lot of people know, again, they knew the algorithm. They knew, hey, let me not even support this right now. It was a great song. Personally, it was a great song, but let me not put that like so his shit drops. I can't let nobody see the kind of amazing, because them people already done told people shit behind your back. 9 times out of 10, when they originally genuinely supported you, a lot of people did genuinely support you. A lot of people that stopped supporting you because they saw the love that you was getting from people. And it was a certain type of love in the way that they wasn't getting, even when they had more than you. Trust me on those details, fam. Pay attention to this shit. A lot of people, it really bothers them when other people really want to show you that love. Especially if they've been so used to seeing you so down and alone and out. Because your real friends are gonna be there when you're down and out. You don't need friends that are gonna be there when you got something, first of all. You need friends that are actually gonna be there when the friends are not to be there for you. They're to be there for you when you're down. I'm gonna say that one more time. I'm gonna say that again. That's my own little slogan. That's my own little insight to that slogan. Friends are not supposed to be there for you. They are supposed to be there for you when you're down. That's a real friend. So keep your circle very small, because again, from anything from smear campaigning right down to making you just gaslighting all in general and helping other people gaslight you. It's very easy for those same circle of people to fall into place with the enemy, and you're gonna be more hurt. Keep 4 quarters in your pocket. Fuck 100 pennies, man. Keep either one solid dollar or 4 quarters, but keep that damn circle small, man. 100 pennies slips out. Once you start grinding, once you on that run, pennies slip, pennies fall out. People fall off on you, man. Keep the circle small. Actually, that's gonna save your life one day. There are people who are so jealous of you that if you do make it in a way that you beat the odds on them, they might even go out of their way. It happens all the time out here in the world. People get killed over jealousy, like the rappers do. They get killed because they made the money where another artist didn't, or they got the respect in the way that another artist didn't. It be that simple, y'all. People kill over power. So be careful. Power is not a toy. Especially post-COVID. These people out here are crazier now than they ever was. Because people are broke. People are poor. More poor than they were before. So they're gonna step over any and everybody, even the people that could have helped them do more for themselves. Because they want to do it first. Tread carefully, y'all. Keep your circle small. Keep your friends close. But keep your enemies in the scope. Don't even get near them. Because that's a lesson you don't want to be too busy being dead to learn. Talk 1000 podcast. The new revolution is the new evolution. Level up, level up, level up. We'll be right back.